Okay, I think I've got everybody.
All righty.
Anyone I missed?
We have I thought Tide Goat was on before, but so we have a Ty. We have Faye. Hello, Faye. We have
Faye.
Renee. And we have Alana. And we have Marie. And we have Orville. So those are the people we're going to start with. And as usual, if you see anyone going, you missed me, let us know. And also, just you guys all know that we do it by person as we come down. And hello, Brandy and Shar. So we are going to get started with Ty and Tracy.
What are you using today, Tracy?
I am just using the plain old Rider weight deck. Oh my God.
Rider weight?
Rider weight deck. Okay. So
and I'm going to use Witches Familiars.
Oh, nice.
What are these? These are Oracle cards. I'm going to try Oracle cards.
Okay. So Ty, we have for you the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is about making decisions, but taking your time making the decision, putting all your information onto like a spreadsheet, on a WordPerfect doc, in a paper binder, and really going through the decisions and deciding, like, is this the one for me, or do I have to shift it over here and look at it a little later? So be patient, because the decision is going to be made. I'm leaning a little bit, strangely enough, either to the end of June or next June. And this is a shift, a move, and a decision that will be close to the home.
And the butterfly came up for you, and it's be gentle, be kind. It's okay if things don't all work out the same way. There are new beginnings, because butterflies talk about chrysalis, and chrysalis is all about new beginnings. Be patient and be kind to yourself for the week.
Faye, darling, you need to buy a lottery card. This is money. And this is about money coming towards you. It's also about an offer, and this could be a search for something close to your heart. Lily, as you can see, there's her flower right there. Lily may, blow it. Lily may have a surprise for you. and just act surprised. Okay? Don't go, oh, Auntie D'Arcy told you. Just say, I'm so surprised. Okay. And there's also a little money here that you're going to be looking at spending, Faye. And really look at it closely. Like, see if there's the same quality that you can get in another place for a little lesser price. Because I sort of feel like the first place you look at, the price might be too much. So just have a look around before you spend the money.
So Faye, it's good to talk to you. By the way, I'm in the middle 200s, so geocaching is going well. And for you, the wolf. And the wolf talks about communication. And this is a time for you to stand up for your rights, be strong, make a run for freedom. And a secret is going to be shared. You know, the one that D'Arcy just told you.
But it also makes me think, go out, howl at the moon. Who's going to hear you? You're on property.
Exactly.
Renee, moving away from difficult situations into a calmer, peaceful, not quite serene area of your life. But the movement is leaving behind baggage you no longer need. So you may be cleaning out your closet. You may be leaving behind friends that don't jive with where you want to be in life, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you can't come back to them. It just means at this particular time in your life, they don't fit in the way you'd like them to. So, be kind, be patient, and things will begin to smooth out.
So, darling, the wasp came up. Now, the wasp talks about revenge, but that's also revenge directed to you. If you've been called out on something and you've done something to piss someone off, Just admit to it. Now, remember, the truth always gets out on both sides. And if you are actually in the right on what you're being called out on, just remember a couple things. Revenge is dangerous. Wasps die. And don't do anything illegal. Like it literally says in my book somewhere, don't do anything illegal to get back at a person.
Well,
so let it go.
That's good advice.
I know. I just about stopped laughing when I read it earlier.
Yeah. Well, it's unique advice. Alana,
advice you give me.
Yeah. We have the Five of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles is a fear. This is a fear that you'll live in poverty, that you won't have sufficient funds. Well, you hold on to that fear and it will happen. So the best thing about a fear is to let it go. Don't let it grab hold of your soul and suck the life out of you. Let your fears go, because the more you let them go, the more you put into action the way you want to see your life. So let it go.
So, it's okay, like D'Arcy said, to be prepared, but remember balance. Sometimes a squirrel puts away so many things in so many places. A squirrel actually forgets where they stash stuff. Their attention span is short. So prepare, but don't over prepare, and don't get stuck thinking that you shouldn't prepare because you have nothing to prepare, like D'Arcy said. And again, this talks about balance.
So a squirrel's not like an elephant. It doesn't remember.
Squirrels and blue jays can literally bury a peanut in the ground and not find it 5 minutes later.
Oh, cool. Marie.
Very cool.
You have the Ace of Wands, and this is new starts, new beginnings, growth. It's opportunities abound at work, so new opportunities in employment, but it's also new ideas. And this could be that you're looking at changing something in your house, doing a little renovation. So this could also represent new ideas inside the home.
So the Raven came up for you. Who am I reading for?
Marie.
Marie, I hope you're doing well, hon. The Raven came up, and there's two messages about the Raven. One is, don't become a meal for anybody else, okay? It literally says, don't let others make a meal of you.
Okay.
Rather dark and ominous card, and yet at the same time, something very special is going to come towards you.
Wow.
That's the card of the game.
Okay, how about this? If you're out barbecuing, Marie, don't leave the food unattended, because maybe the Raven might pop in and take your dinner.
That works.
Orville, hi, how are you? You have the Three of Cups, and this is all about celebration. This is good news coming towards you. It's bringing together family and friends in a sense of communication. It's healing old wounds and also some new ones. And they're saying that you're going to get through this because you have the pack around you that is helping you. So I would tell you this is good news and celebrating news as well. Your camera is doing a little funny thing, so you might want to see if it will stop moving. It's sort of fading you out.
Okay, and it's not doing anything.
Oh yeah, on my end it looks like you're faded out. Okay, I'll let you go for Orville.
The Black Cat. The Black Cat talks about independence. It talks about breaking free from controlling situations. And it tells you that the storm you might think that you find yourself in is soon to pass. How is it the Black Cat has a better karma than the Raven?
It's a cat. Cats eat crows. Okay, Brandy, hi. You have the Nine of Pentacles, and this is, the nursery rhyme, Mary, Mary, how does your garden grow?
Mary, Mary, quite contrary.
How does your garden grow? And that's exactly how this card, to me, is a representation of what's going around you. So it's not just about how does your money grow? How is your life growing? What are you doing, Brandy, to make your life go in the direction that you want it to? And they're saying it's totally up to you. It's your intent, your willpower, your determination to make your garden grow. And remember, I'm using garden as an analogy for life, for health, for happiness, for romance, for finances, and for family.
So the nymph is the card that came up. No, it doesn't talk about being promiscuous. It talks about you don't have to, promiscuous isn't just about sex. It's about putting ourselves out there for the sake of popularity because we feel that's the only way we're going to be popular. This card says don't. You have all that natural sensuality, that natural glow about you, that light that you don't have to put on airs to get people to like you or notice you. So don't.
Okay. So next is Shar. Hello, Shar. How are you? And Shar, I have for you balance, 2 of coins. And what I like is it's not just the 2 of coins, it's the infinity sign as well. So this is what you put out there. Your intent comes back towards you. The calmness, even though those look like big waves, you notice that the boats in the distance aren't being knocked to the ground. And so to me, this is about balance. This is about karma, and this is about intent. What you put out there comes back towards you. So tone of voice, everything. Just be aware of what you're saying and your intent, and it will come back to kiss you in the right way.
The newt talks about being urged to learn about your culture and understand it before you practice it, whether that is your actual indigenous culture or if you want to learn more about the craft. And it is saying right now, watch your money, because debt is not, too much debt means you're wasting money that you could better spend putting away for a rainy day. So just take care.
All right. Hello, Tracy. Tracy, you have the strength card. Again, see the figure 8 above the lady's head. So tonight's going to be about intent. Intent, and how do we go about doing that intent? And it's mind frame. It's what we're thinking, and it's the way we say it and the actions we take to make that intent happen. And this is the same thing. You have strength of character. Tracy, there isn't anything you can't accomplish if you set your mind to it. But sometimes there's this little hesitation or fear I'm picking up from you. So I'm going to say again, move the fear to the side, because fear is just that. It's a waste of energy. So anyone who wants to spend time being afraid of something, set an alarm for 5 minutes. When it goes off, that's it. You can't be afraid of it anymore. Seems pretty easy, but it can be hard.
So true. And for you, the mouse, which is taking advantage of any opportunities that come your way, it's time for you to see the light and to move forward. And
showing up on Facebook.
Speaking of moving forward, we seem to have missed D'Arcy.
No, I was just checking. You're really blurry here, and I wanted to see how you're showing up on Facebook.
On Facebook, I'm coming up okay.
Okay, then we won't worry about it. It's just this end.
Oh, actually, I'm not.
So maybe if you could move your camera back and forth a little bit, see if it will focus, or if you've got a
built-in camera.
Okay, do you have a clean cloth that maybe you can wipe the lens with it? It could just be a glitch.
Yeah,
and you can tell Penelope's been outside because that's better, because she's all tanned, and look at me. Okay, so next is Gloria. Hi, Gloria. You have justice, and it's funny because I was going to say patience, but this is about justice, and it could just be that there is a legal case around you that may be settled here shortly, or you're going to be talking to someone who has a legal case. And I honestly believe whatever is decided at that time has a ring of truth to it. And the other thing too is balance your diet, Gloria. They're saying that there's a need to balance something, like if I was water and I was moving you, I can move you one way and very easily, but when I come back, I seem to be stuck a little. So there may be a need to balance some form of diet around you.
And for you, the dwarf, which talks about resourcefulness, it talks about try not to be so stubborn and remember to bounce back. Dwarves have a natural ability to bounce back.
Okay, so next is Rebecca and Kim. And then I'm just going to say, Ty said that makes perfect sense, especially about decisions and new beginnings. Just got a new job, dog training. Congratulations. Gloria, we just pulled your card. And just a reminder, we'll work our way down the list. So Rebecca, I have for you, oh, the moon. Okay, this is, I heard tidal wave. So something coming at you that you don't think you can get out of the way, but you're going to, because I feel the water goes over top of you, but doesn't encompass you and bring you back. This is an emotional issue, something that you may need to deal with. And they're saying to take a breath, stand still, because it's going to go over you. It's not going to capture you and carry you away. Be patient, have strength. You're going to get through it.
And for you, the elf, get into a little mischief. Have a little fun. Don't cause trouble. Just have a little fun. Sometimes you forget to have fun.
Okay. And maybe that's where the tidal wave comes in. Maybe you're on one of those roller coaster rides that has the water go over top of you and you think you're going to get swept away, and you don't. Look at that. So Kim, the magician. This is all about you knowing what you want and not being afraid to go after it. This is also a possibility of a new relationship. And remember, once again, everyone, relationship doesn't stick with just a relationship. This can be friends, family, acquaintances, work people, but this is an opportunity. Again, look at that, the infinity sign. So a lot of intent here tonight. I've never noticed so many infinity signs on these cards before. So a lot of intent. What you put out there comes back towards you.
So very true. Now is the time for you to pick a direction to travel in. Balance the light and dark within yourself, and be prepared. Anything is possible right now. I love these cards. They're kind of dark and foreboding, but I do love them.
Yeah. So Faye says she would gladly howl at the moon if it wasn't cloudy. Thanks for the reading. I do have a lottery ticket, but you still can howl at the moon. Renee, haha, I won't, thanks. And now okay. Marie says, thank you, ladies. And she mentions, oh, I see. So we have Tamela, and we have Catherine M. And Orville says, thank you. Alana says, thank you. And then we have Amanda. Okay. And then after Amanda, we have Aurelia, her daughter. So next is Tamala. I don't like that card. I haven't done that in a long time. We have the Eight of Wands. And this is new opportunities being presented to you, lots and lots of growth, new jobs possibly here too. And these are messages of devotion coming towards you. So people who love you, haven't talked to you, and then an unexpected surprise visit from someone you haven't thought that you would hear from in years. Be open.
So as everyone can tell, Oriel has decided to join the conference tonight.
Long time ago.
Tamala, for you, the blackbird. And what the blackbird talks about is not letting your truth be silenced. Trust your intuition. Recognize your potential as a seeker of knowledge. And did you know, darling, this card also means things are going to change for the better.
Nice. So Catherine M., you have the Four of Pentacles, and this is hoard your money, sit on it, wait till you really need to spend it. This isn't the time to be putting a large sum of money onto anything unless you actually know what you want and you've done your research and you're comfortable with the idea that you're spending this money, because there's nothing worse than regret. So be sure of what you're spending your money on before you spend it.
So, and for you, the crow, and sovereignty is what the crow represents. But what it really talks about is balancing the dark and the light within you. We all struggle with that for some reason. And the crow also represents change. It represents metamorphosis. So don't be surprised if things are going to come that you change your ways. And embrace change. Excuse me, kicking and screaming, but still embrace it.
Well, sometimes you have to. So next is Amanda. Hi, Amanda. And Amanda, you have the sun. Bask in the glow that you are following your path and not afraid to bare your soul and run naked through town, or ride on the horse. Like what's the lady's name that rode on naked through town on the horse? Lady Godiva. And you're not afraid. And I think this is a beautiful card that shows that you're not afraid of where your life is going, and that you can embrace not only changes, but difficulties that come towards you because you know how to hurdle them.
So, darling, don't ignore the signs. There is possibly some kind of new connection, whether a new life or new beginnings around you. Pay attention and keep your eyes open and be aware that things are changing all around you.
Okay, so Ariel, I'll get it right yet. Honey, you have the Nine of Swords, and this normally means something's bothering you, but you don't want to talk about it, because if you talk about it, then people are going to get concerned about you. But if you hold it in, then you're going to do something that you don't want to do. So if there is something bothering you, please talk it out. And if you can't talk it out, then get a little journal and keep it beside you and just write your thoughts, good, bad, or ugly, into them, because it's the best way. If you can't talk it out, then write it out.
So, honey, the crowd talks about retreat. It talks about self-worth and setting boundaries. So respect what you believe is okay. You know, they say touch on your vulnerability. Well, your vulnerability can help you build your boundaries. So put those boundaries in place. Do what D'Arcy said. If you need to chat with someone or write it out. Our Granny Goodwitch used to say to me, writing it out, always manage to get it out of your head and on paper so you could see it better, which I still hold true to.
Yeah. It's always good to write it out. And sometimes I write it out and then I take it outside and burn it because it gets rid of it. And I'm trying not to be Granny Goodwitch and burn the house down. Okay, so Brandy said thank you. Shar said she froze, but she'll watch the replay. And then we have Nikita. We have Erica. Elaine says hello. And we have Elaine. And then we have Gloria said thank you. And Rebecca says thank you. So next is Nikita. Hi, Nikita. Let's see what we have for you. Just a minute. I'll find your card. I'm still looking. Yay. Okay. We have the cat. So funny. We have the Nine of Cups, and this is emotional satisfaction, achieving your dreams, and waiting too for a little bit for your dreams to come towards you. Don't be impatient, because by being patient, your dreams will come towards you sooner than you think. There's also some news of a pregnancy around you, like a friend. I don't think it's you, but I could be wrong, but someone announcing a pregnancy. So there is good news about a birth.
So be observant. The ferret talks about being aware of your surroundings. Any kind of job change or job offer for a job change or contracts to sign, even do me a favor, look around your house and be observant. Make sure your fuses are working. Make sure everything is in good order.
Okay, so next is Erica. Hi, Erica. I have for you the Eight of Cups, and this is walking away from a situation that no longer holds appeal for you. And sometimes this does involve people, but other times it could just be, you've been waiting for Prince Rupert to show up. Okay, I think he's imaginary in my head, but he's not going to show up. So walk away from that. All right. This is an opportunity for you to start fresh, to leave behind what no longer fits into your little cubby holes and have a whole new, no pun here, dawn in front of you. Okay. So just be open, because so many new changes are happening, but you still want to hold on to what's over here, and they're saying, let it go.
Okay. And the fly and disease it's actually saying dis-ease. So this is about avoid gossip, avoid spite and speculation, and believe it or not, eat more fresh fruit, which is a rare thing for the card fly.
Yeah. So Elaine, hi. You have the Empress, and the Empress always makes me think of mother. Like a lady you'd go to and you'd bare your soul to. You tell her your problems, and she gives you just a little worldly advice on how to handle it, but she really leaves it up to you to make the choices as to what direction you want to go in. So if there is someone you treat, or your own mother, that you like to bare your soul to, I would say this is the time to do it. She'll have a little worldly advice for you, but at the end of the day, she's leaving you to make your decision.
And for you, the seal, which talks about recognizing what's your vulnerability. It talks about forgiving yourself and forgive others for past hurts. Just let go of the past.
All right. So I think I said, Gloria said thank you. Rebecca said thank you. Then we have Jeanette. Hello, Jeanette. Tracy says thank you. And then we have our Catherine. That is why I made a distinction earlier, because I figured our Catherine would be on. And Tamala says thank you. Amanda said hello. And that's okay. So Jeanette, you are next. Jeanette, this is all about discovery. Looking at the world, not so much through our eyes, because, we're older, we're jaded. We've seen things that people should never see in this lifetime. But this is looking through the eyes, like if you're a child, the eyes of innocence is what it's saying. And there's new possibilities all around you. And maybe even as much as you probably just moved back into the place that got rained out, there may be a possibility of a move around you. So be open to it.
The otter talks about a couple things. It talks about dexterity. It talks about the skill that it has, right? And you have all those natural talents and skills. It talks about a sense of satisfaction and efficiency. So be like that otter, and don't be afraid to flex your wings, and don't be afraid to see what the world has to offer. And excuse me, speak for yourself, old and jaded eyes. Spare me. I spent 20 minutes taking pictures of swallowtail butterflies today.
Oh, wow. But still, old and jaded eyes. Okay, so Catherine, dear, here you have the seven of the chariot.
The seven of the chariot.
It's number 7. It's chariot. In July, there are some shifts and changes for you. And the road looks a little bumpy, but you look like you're doing pretty good on it. And I don't know if you have a motorcycle, but if you do, I'm sort of suggesting you might want to leave it at home July 15th. Okay. In other words, if you have a 2-wheel vehicle, don't ride it. All right. Best idea in the world. Don't ride it. Now, they're also saying, one second, they're also saying you're changing something about your appearance. So I don't know if you've gone on a diet or something, but if you have, just be careful of how much you are cutting down your food supply.
You're probably not going to like this. Listen to your elders and listen to both sides of an argument. I know that you want to always be right. We all want to be right on the side of an argument. So, but listening to both sides of an argument gives us a better view and a better understanding. If you decide that your side is right, then remember to make sure you know your facts, like the owl represents knowledge, and make sure you know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. So Amanda says thank you. She is related. I thought Ariel was her daughter, but maybe I'm wrong. And so next is Che, and then Cheyenne, and after Cheyenne is Marion, but we're going to deal with Cheyenne and Shay and Cheyenne. Oh my God, it's a tongue-tied night tonight. Okay. Let's have a look. Ooh, celebrate. And I hear the song in my head, celebrate. And this just feels like you need to have a little fun, let your hair down, go for a walk on the beach, partake of a wedding, even if it's at a distance. Just have a little fun. Life is too short not to have fun.
Horse, transcendence. Make time for friends and family, success and power. Go riding and break free from whatever's holding you back. And, just for the record, I am very pro two-wheel motorbike riding. So go bike riding if that's what you have, the wind in your hair, safety glasses, of course, but be free. Do something exhilarating.
So Cheyenne, hello, honey. You have the Ace of Cups, and this is all about your dreams coming true. And sometimes they can be a little confusing, especially if they're coming at us all at once. Take your time, get your art out, start playing that guitar. And I also hear that you're going to try a second language or a third. So, jump in with both feet. Normally I tell people put one foot in the frying pan, then the other, and test it first to see how hot it is. But in your particular case, I'm going to say jump in and see what happens. If you don't like it, you can back out of it.
The dragon talks about emergence. Plain and simple, darling, be the best version of yourself. And don't be surprised if something new or startling happens in the next little while. It changes the way you see things, and be open to that. Sometimes we need to be able to change the way we see things to still see the wonder in the world.
Yeah.
Unlike old jaded eyes next door.
Yeah, but they're pretty eyes. Elaine says, thank you, ladies. You're always right on the reading. Amanda, is tonight a good night to charge my stone? Absolutely. Her stones and crystal. Remember to wash them a little in salt water to get them so that you're changing the dynamics of the energy, and you're allowing them to open up.
Is there a full moon?
I don't know if it's tonight or not. I don't know. I think it's on later, but it's I know there's something tonight. Jeanette says, we are not moving back. They finished work, but our lease is up at the end of the month. Our friends are inviting us to stay here until we find a house of our own. Excellent. That's great. And then Marion. Hello, Marion. And Marion, let's see what we have for you. Now, I don't actually put my cards back. I just move them to the side, and I just continue to pull cards until I run out. Marion. Oh, I like that. She says, hello, beautiful beings. I like that. Marion, look at this. I didn't see what you wrote, and you got the angel. And to me, this is coming above difficulties and just taking that time to let the air out, move the energy away from you, and knowing that you're going to find a peace, and there are angels looking after people that you love, and that they are being very kind at this time. So I would say it's just a matter of time, and you'll get the news you're looking for.
The goat talks about potency. There is a once in a lifetime offer coming up this way towards you guys, possibly. But before making any decision, you make really, really clear that your intentions are transparent as well as the other person's intentions.
Okay. Amanda says she keeps hearing from her daddy and granny. Any idea of what they're trying to tell me? I can never hear them. Okay, my first impression is love is a milestone that we carry wherever we go. That's my first impression.
Just that they love you and that they're not so much trying to get you to listen to them. They're just trying to convey how much they care and that they're always there.
All right. Catherine says thank you. Amanda says yes. Ariel, yeah, is hers. Aurelia. I'm trying to do that. And she's related to Lady Godiva. I like that. Cheyenne, I'm trying to learn Japanese and German. Laugh out loud. Thanks for the reading. Also, I've been playing guitar. Yeah, that's great. I think it's great you're learning other languages. She says, oh, she didn't know that, but she'll wash the stones. That's Amanda. Cheyenne, she really recently submitted a resume for a job. If possible, may I get a reading on that? I actually think you have a 92% chance of getting the job. So keep being open to it. And then can you look at also applying to a government position? Because I'm sort of feeling like there's a government position possibly coming up for you if you're interested in it. Do you see anything?
Just the same as you, that I think that she has a very good success rate. Just brush off her resume a bit and make sure she knows for sure what her references are going to say.
Yes, that is extremely important. And if they say, do you know the legislation around a topic, find the topic and learn everything you can about it. They may ask you a question that seems really irrelevant to it, but it is important to learn it. Oh, lifeguarding is a good choice for you. So, yeah. Do you have your bronze cross because at last, and first aid because at last count, that's what you needed to go into lifeguarding. You just keep taking courses. All right. Well, we don't have anyone else. So
did you want to
Sandra?
She's actually with friends tonight.
Yeah. So let's pull one for Sandra. And actually, Amanda, I'm going to also want to pull one for Kathy that you can hand on. We haven't seen her a couple of times. Sandra, this is for you. The 8 of coins, and this is craftsmanship. This is making a mark in life for yourself. This is achieving a goal as well, and finding that once you finish it, you may want to achieve another one. So just keep picking away at things until you figure you finish everything. Once you finish, then find some new goals.
And for you, the fox, which talks about cunning, and it talks about not rushing into anything in a hurry, whether that's a relationship or a new job, and make sure that you honestly trust the people that are around you.
And Amanda, for Kathy, she may be on vacation, but there's an opportunity for a relationship. Tell her I see an opportunity for a little nookie, but she'll laugh like crazy at me. And just tell her to be open. There may be an offer of a relationship somewhere during this vacation.
And for you, Kathy, the brownie, which talks about protection. So if there's not any possible activity,
she better use protection.
There's always need for protection. Protection, protection, protection.
Oh, Amanda, it's lucky you get to deliver this. Okay, well, we could call it an evening. I can't think of anyone else who normally comes on. I know, it's just hilarious. Who we might have missed.
I can't think of anyone.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm laughing my ass off too. You're welcome, Cheyenne. Okay. Well, everyone, thank you so much for coming out. As usual, without you, we wouldn't have a show. And so thank you very much. And always appreciate, this is my opportunity to see my older sister, Penelope. So this is always...
I love how you do that. My older sister.
Well, we're going to point it out here. And
guys, I'm older by 1 year.
Amanda, I just love you. 1 year and 1 month.
1 year and 14 days. Not even a year and a month. We're talking 14. No, not even 14 days. Yeah, 14 days. We're talking 14 days.
So, well, Amanda, you have a great night. Maybe go gargle after that. And unless something pops up tomorrow that causes me not to be on, I will be on tomorrow night. Okay, so y'all have a fantastic evening. May love, joy, peace, happiness, and prosperity find you all in mysterious ways.
And everybody, thank you so much for coming. And always with my I'll end with my favorite Arabic expression, Masalama, go in light. Many blessings.
Good night, everyone.